2-piece, real quick build. It's a real nice shelf. We'll get this laser engraving on it with some tags on here to hold jackets or keys or whatever you want to put on there. But this was a real simple project to start out with. About an hour build. They sell for 40 to 50, $60 on Etsy, especially with the laser engraving. You do a little personalization on them, they'll sell for a little bit more. This is a good way to get started for an easy project if you're just getting started into woodworking. So a good reason to go out and buy a laser for sure. Enjoy the video and some music. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. So last project was a little intense, and there's a lot to it. Several days into it. So this project's going to be a little bit easier, less tool requirement for it. We're going to start out with just 2 pieces of wood and go from there. So these are the 2 pieces of wood. One piece of this is maple. Got a lot of color in it, a lot of variation, and then some maple or oak. I think this is a red oak. We're gonna cut these down. I got some cleanup to do on both of them, some rough spots, some patching to do, some holes. We're gonna end up shortening these up to about 18 inches, and then trim this one down to about 4.5 inches. We'll try to leave the width on this one, and maybe just take it down in thickness just a little bit. I might actually use this side. That is just absolutely beautiful grain. Okay, we'll try that. So we're going to shorten these up first of all. Shorten them up to, I don't know, about 18 inches, and then we'll go from there. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off just a couple inches off this end, square this end up good. I'm going to take about 4 inches off. And then we're going to hit it at the stop block over here. And then we're going to take off, make this 18 inches. This one, we're going to cut this knot out of it. And move it down to the stop block. And then cut that. So I finally got the honeycomb bed a couple days ago, and we used it on a couple things. Like it really well. Works out pretty nice. Let's see if that's even close to square. Makes it really nice to be able to square things up on it, so you can see try to line up on the center of the grid. So that looks pretty good. He's a little bit big, so we're going to shrink him down. Maybe 4 inches tall. 4 inches. Alright, there we go. Try to get that center on there. It doesn't look like it's very squared out, so we'll have to get this squared up a little better. Tells me it's too thick.